Howdy folks, and I hope you have your pitchforks and your flaming torches handy wherever you are in collecting land. And welcome back to the channel for another 1/6 scale figure preview. So apparently Frankenstein's monster are like buses in 1/6 scale. None forever, then two come along at once, and they both look very, very good. Yes, Sideshow have gone and put up the pre-orders for their take on Boris Karloff from the 1931 James Whale classic that is Frankenstein. So yeah, two competing Frankensteins, folks. There is a video about that up on the channel. I'll put a link to that at the end. But yeah, we're here to take a look at Sideshow's take on the classic monster. So, before we dive in, I would like to send the usual Castle Frankenstein size shout out to everybody who supported the channel. And please, drop a like and hype on this video as it helps other people find Go Figure. And if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the 1/6 scale reviews, news, tours, showcases, quarter scale action figures, movie memorabilia, and all that other wonderful stuff that we've got coming up on the channel. So without further ado, let's dive in and take a look. I have seen some of these pictures before. They may be new to you, but I've seen some before, and I've got to say I'm quite impressed. First shot here. Normally we do the all shots, the accessory shots at the end here, but there are three different versions of this figure. We're going to start with the, I've got to check this, there's a standard edition, there is a deluxe edition, and a deluxe plus edition. We're going to start with the standard edition, that's this one. And this just comes with the one head sculpt and the 6 swap out hands. So, first impressions. I've got to say, first impressions are very, very good. The scale, the proportions look on point. The outfit, relatively simple. It's that black sort of dirtied up suit, almost velvet-esque suit. Looks really, really good. Undersized, obviously, as it was in the original movie, particularly the jacket. So proportions look on point. That head sculpt we'll get to, and overall I am very, very impressed with this at the first look anyway. And regulars to the channel will know I've had a bumpy relationship with Sideshow over the years when I've been collecting. I think they've done some amazing figures, particularly recently, most notably their Tim Curry Pennywise figure from the original It TV show. Very good figure. The Beetlejuice figure they did recently, very, very good, and it seems like they've upped their game a little bit recently. However, in the past, as I say, rocky relationship, some of the quality has been hit and miss over the years. The value for money is questionable sometimes, but it seems like Sideshow are addressing those issues. But yeah, first impressions on this are very, very good. Hands look excellent, and as does that head sculpt, but we'll get to it. Let's zip on. Loving this shot. And Sideshow have really gone to town here, and they've put some dioramas in the background. They've given it that cinematic feel with their production shots and the prototype shots, and I like that. It appeals, and I think they've done a cracking job. And once again, that thick set proportions, super tall, the heavy boots with the enormous heel to give him that, to give Karloff that extra height. They're weathered, they look screen accurate, as do the pants. The weathering on that jacket looks really nice. They've caught the bulk really, really well. And we'll get to the hands and the head sculpt. And yeah, great photo in my opinion. Now, this one here, let's talk about the diorama base first. Now, I've checked the blurb with this, and I'm a little bit disappointed, I've got to say. This is a standard edition, and this photograph features with pretty much with all versions of the figure. I've sort of filtered out the repetition because there's a lot of repetition of photographs between all three versions. So I've tried to keep it to a minimum, otherwise we'd be here all day. But yeah, this shot features this diorama base. Now in the teasers that we saw earlier this year, we also saw this diorama base, but I've read the blurb, and for some reason it doesn't seem to be included with any of the editions. All the editions get the standard Sideshow black hexagon base, and you know my feelings on that. I'm not a huge fan. It normally has something embossed at the top that you can barely read. It's dull, it's bland, and really, we deserve more as collectors, and I've been saying this for years. I hope you're listening, Sideshow, but apparently not with this one. So we've got this diorama featured, but it's not mentioned as being included with any of the editions, which is odd. Because I think it's a wonderful diorama. I think it sets the figure off beautifully, grounds it, places it, all the usual suspects. It looks like they've made it out of polystone. You've got the wooden flooring and that stone wall in the background, which is really nicely painted with moss. Why haven't they included this? Sideshow, let me know. I'm fascinated to find out. I am going to look like a plank if this is actually goes up as being included, but I would love to have seen the deluxe, deluxe and the deluxe plus edition, including this. Odd choice, but yeah, beautiful diorama that we're not getting for some odd reason. But the figure, once again, skin tones. Obviously, the original was in black and white. We tend to assume that the legendary makeup from Jack Pierce had a green hue to it, but it's difficult to tell when you're watching it in black and white. After all, it was made in '31, so we make a lot of assumptions with the skin tones and the hue, but they've gone for that sort of yellowed with a slight hint of green in there, in those hands and in that head sculpt, and I think it works. It just works. It seems to be, universally accepted, forgive the pun, that's what the skin tones were like. So yeah, skin tones and textures looking great. Another shot without that diorama there, pretty much a neutral pose, and once again, proportions look right. That t-shirt underneath the jacket there, that looks on point. I cannot fault proportions, outfit, or head sculpt at this point. So let's zip on to the next. The next one, right, we're moving on to the second of the two versions now. This is the Collector Deluxe Edition. Differences here, you get 3 head sculpts with this. 1 with the standard, 3 with the deluxe. You get the one that we saw before, the sort of the stoic look. Then you get this laughing head sculpt, and you get the angry head sculpt as well. And also included with this that you don't get in the standard are the shackles and the flower holding hand, which we will get to. So yeah, it says there, classic friend rage portrait, shackles and interchangeable hands. But pretty much the shot on the left here is standard, so let's move on. We've got him here with the shackles on. I think this is a cracking piece of photography from Sideshow. Thumbs up here at Chateau Go figure to Sideshow on this one. Beautiful, very, very simple. You got the shackles on, the hands up, is lit underneath, and we're getting close to that head sculpt for the first time. And those hands, and I've got to say, they look super impressive. Let's talk hands. I mean, they are suitably gnarly. The skin tones, they're creased. You can see the vein work and the bone work in there. The blackening of the fingernails. I'm hoping this is quite a dim photograph. I hope it's transferred so you can see it. But yeah, you've got those blackened fingernails, which are screen accurate, which look absolutely excellent. Shackles, I'm going to assume, are sculpted plastic. It doesn't mention that in the blurb. But now we're getting closer to this head sculpt. And I'm going to make no bones about it. I've got the caustic plastic deluxe edition of this 1/6 scale figure on pre-order, and that will be going up for review as soon as it arrives. Didn't expect Sideshow to drop one, but obviously they do have the Universal Monsters license. They're doing quarter scale statues as well. I am quite keen on the Bride of Frankenstein figure to go with this one, so keep an eye out on the channel for that when it drops. But straight away, I'm thinking this head sculpt looks phenomenal. Unmistakably Karloff, unmistakably Frankenstein's monster. Skin tones and textures on the face are right. The sunken eyes with the black areas in the orbits of the eyes, the creasing in the forehead, the now infamous scar that runs down the forehead, the flat head, almost flat head. The hair looks excellent. I'm going to assume it's sculpted plastic. And overall, I think Sideshow have done a cracking job here. What this is going to be like in hand might be slightly different, but so far so good. The angry head sculpt, I do like this one as well. The fact that they are including so many head sculpts with this figure, I think is excellent. So it's brilliant in other areas, but in some areas it's like, well, why have you done that? You know, the diorama base and going with that dull hexagon. But once again, underlit this shot. You've got the bolts in the neck there, hair looking great. You've got that sort of metal clasp section that appears to be holding his head on. That's screen accurate, and I think that's a cracking head sculpt and a cracking piece of photography. Now, the other head sculpt you get with this one, well, you don't actually. Do you get this one? Let me zip back and just double check. Yeah, you get the smiley head sculpt with this one. It gets confusing. I'm an old man, although I'm not old enough to remember when this was originally released. Smiley head sculpt. Now, this I really do think elevates this figure to the next level. Now, the smiley head sculpt and the flower holding hand. So you can recreate that sequence where he's admiring nature and teaching young girls to swim, let's put it that way. But yeah, I love the photography here. They've taken this outside, which is great. You've got greenery in the background. Love this natural light shot. It really does, it can make a figure stand or fall, and it really does stand here in this natural light. The skin tones in the neck there, excellent. Loving that smile. They've caught that moment from the original movie perfectly, in my opinion. And once again, we can see the detailing in the soft goods looks superb, as does that flower holding hand and the blackened fingernails again. So yeah, chef's kiss to Sideshow. If this in hand is anything like this, I think Sideshow could be on for one of the best 6-scale figures they've ever made. Once again, that laughing head sculpt in natural light just looks wonderful, and we can see that weathering on the jacket there, around the lapel area, around the bottom of the jacket itself. Give it that weathered and worn look, and we'll get onto these arms momentarily because they've got a trick up their sleeve here, Sideshow. But yeah, and we've even got that sort of blackened hue to the lips going on. That smiling head sculpt, I think, is excellent. I could see a time where Mr. Go Figure picks up 2 of these just so I can have both of or 2 variants of these amazing head sculpts on display at once. Once again, we've got him on this diorama base. Why haven't you included it, Sideshow? But yeah, I'll let that one lie. We've got him holding the shackles here, angry head sculpt on. I think I prefer the smiley one to the angry one, but having that choice is wonderful. And overall, it's looking absolutely spot on. On to the next. Holding the shackles again, minus diorama. Just looks wonderful. Yeah, I can't fault that. Can't really see the teeth in there. We don't have a close-up of this angry grimace head sculpt, but the teeth from this distance anyway look well sculpted. They look yellowed, suitably gnarly. Overall, very, very good. The flower holding hand, a close-up of that. Now, we're going to get to these arms, but essentially you've got a set of hands that swap out at the wrist with the standard issue wrist peg, and they've also gone down the route of magnetic arms as well. Seems like they're taking hints from other companies that we could mention, but great to see that. But the forearms look excellent as well. Continuation of that skin tone and texturing. There's vein work in there as well, and that flower is very pretty. Holding the shackles close up, those shackles look really nice. They look like they've been painted to give them a slightly worn and rusted look, which is good to see. So on to the next. Now, this is the final one. This is the Deluxe Plus edition, which I've got to be honest, you know, Mr. Go Figure, it's shit or bust. So I will. This is the one I'll be picking up. I can see more than one Frankenstein arriving in the not too distant future. With this one, we have 3 head sculpts, so you've got all of the head sculpts. You've got the shouty head sculpt, the grimacing head sculpt, the angry one, the smiley, and the standard stoic as well. And this is where we see those magnetic arms that I mentioned. You're getting 2 sets of swap out magnetic forearms. You've got the standard issue forearm here with the wrist pegged hands, but then you've got these 2 that slot in as well. So there's going to be a magnet somewhere just below the elbow joint there. I think that's a cracking idea, particularly with a figure like this. The jacket's undersized, so it rides up, which is screen accurate. I prefer it when you can't see that wrist joint. So, you know, companies like Caustic Plastic and Nosferatu figure, they did something similar, and it's great to see Sideshow taking those cues and pushing with their figures as well. So yeah, those forearms look wonderful. This is the final version, and this is mainly a mixture of photos that we've already seen. But yeah, angry head sculpt there, reaching out, looking good. Looks like it's on somebody's sideboard. I like that a lot. These ones where they've used a sort of a castle backdrop, I think are very, very good, really well lit. And we can see those magnetic arms. I'm assuming that I'm not seeing a wrist peg there, so I'm going to assume these are the magnetic arms, and they just look great. If you're going for those classic poses of him lurching forward, then it's the magnetic arms all the way, and that just looks amazing. Really, really does. On to the next one. Shackled again, this time looks like another Castle Frankenstein backdrop there, looking down slightly so we can see that hair. And yeah, individual strands picked out, colour looks right to me, although once again, movie's black and white, so it's hard to say. But overall, yeah, very, very impressive indeed. Manacled on one arm, dragging the other one behind him, with the sort of grimacing head sculpt. Looks excellent. Magnetic arms again by the looks of it. Yeah, very, very good work, Sideshow. Oh, that diorama again. Stop teasing us with that diorama, Sideshow. Another wonderful one here. Angry head sculpt on bottom lip, which is the way to go with this figure if you really, really want to capture that feel of the original. I'm a huge fan of Universal Monsters and Frankenstein, as well, as you can tell by this fella beside me. Yeah, to have two coming at once is just it's just manna from heaven for me. I think we've already seen this one. That to me is my personal favourite shot. I think that's the one that we saw right at the beginning there, is the manacle, the underlip manacle shot. And yeah, these are ones that they've already included. We've already seen, but are included with the photos for the Deluxe Premium Edition. And yeah, the final one there, the classic pose, just stood, looking up at him looking down. Phenomenal, absolutely excellent. And I think that is the last of these photos. So there you have it, folks. Excuse me. That is Sideshow's take on Frankenstein's monster, aka Boris Karloff. What are your thoughts on this one? Me, I am exceptionally impressed, as you can tell. I can most certainly see me picking this one up and having it side by side with the caustic plastic. I would love to see the two side by side and do a comparison. So expect a video of that on the channel. Hit the subscribe button. But yeah, I think it's looking great. If you are a Frankenstein fan, if you're a fan of Sideshow's 1/6 scale figures, I can see this being a no-brainer. If you're a Universal Monsters fan, me, I've got to say, I'm going to be all in. There are two buses coming. I'm going to get on both of them. But what are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on Sideshow figures? What are your thoughts on the original movie? What are your thoughts on Karloff, Jack Pearson's makeup, Universal Monsters in general? Nothing is off menu, so please drop a comment in the comment section below. I hope this preview has been enjoyable and informative. And I suppose all that remains for me to say is, from myself and from Boris Karloff, a massive thank you for watching, as always. And until next time on the channel, take care of yourselves and happy collecting.